Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Hunter Call of the Wild, where I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do today. I gotta be honest with you guys there. I'm not sure what I exactly want to do, both with the series and the game right now. Like, if I can figure out a little bit more of my schedule and get stuff sorted out there, I'd actually like to see about involving you guys a lot more with things such as... Actually, I guess I better buy some stuff here, huh? But engage, like, almost take some of my viewers out, like, with me in the game, and we do a little bit of hunting together and stuff like that, where we can kind of just... gets me a little more interacting with you guys, which I think would be cool to do. So that's something eventually might be nice to do. We don't need all that. What I do need is more of the 338 polymer, so let's get that. But for right now, I do think Call of the Wild, I've mostly shown off everything I really wanted to with the game. Like, there are still some minor issues I have with it, as you guys have seen. The lake monster a couple weeks back. The wolves are kind of odd. Okay, I think that's everything there. I do need to adjust the ammo in one of the bows, though, because... yeah, that needs to be there. And that is for there. And the range master... okay, I think that's good. So, is there anything I want to do? I honestly think I might just want to keep going after some more grizzlies. Although, maybe what we'll do is we'll go to sleep first. Because we'll go till 5 in the... let's do 6, actually. And surprise! Just like that, it's already 6 a.m. So now we actually have daylight, so we don't have to worry about having the flashlight and stumbling around in the dark so much. And we'll just kind of go along, see what else we can find. And I'll see what your guys' feedback is for the comments this week, because if there is anything in particular you would like to see or be showcased or what have you in Call of the Wild, just leave a comment letting me know. As I've always tried with all of my series, I want to include you guys as much as I can with it. So if Call of the Wild... it may have kind of run its course on the channel a bit right now. Like I say, it would be, I think, a good collaboration series where if I could take certain viewers or certain people out to go on a hunt here or there, I think it'd be really cool. But I think that's going to have to come after I can sort some more scheduling and stuff out. So the main Season 2 of Call of the Wild might kind of wrap up this week or next week, depending on what the comments say. As always, you guys kind of dictate quite a bit on how things might go along for that. But if Call of the Wild does kind of wrap up, I am going to try to keep something something else to go up on Fridays. I do like the double feature Friday. I mean, it kind of has lost a lot of its meaning with what I have on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but that might also be changing after the next couple of episodes of the SurvivalVis, because I really assumed it would be a lot heavier into survival than it actually is. Like, for that series, it almost feels impossible not to gain more of the monkeys that do everything for you or can do everything for you, so it's just not a real survival game, in my opinion. You only have to watch your food, sleep isn't an issue, water's not an issue, like, there's really not that much to it that super qualifies it as a survival game, which I was really kind of hoping for, so I'll probably leave that series to rest and look at doing something else. So if you guys do have recommendations for either something you'd like to see on the channel, or you think would be good to see me play, or react to, or whatever, you just leave them in the comments to let me know, because, again, one of the nice things about being this small of a channel, which is surprising to say there's benefits to it, is that I can engage a lot more directly with any of you guys. Like, if you leave a comment asking, "Hi, how was your day?" you will get a reply of, "Well, however the day was, and how are you doing?" That's something that I think you can't really get with once you have a larger community with you, because it gets a little hard trying to track that for every single person who might go and do stuff like that in the comments. So I want to make the most of every step along the journey we have with this. So I kind of expected us to maybe hear something by now. Maybe what we'll do is we'll get up to the point here, go across, and then work south. We're just going to spend a little bit of time out here, see what we can find, what we can do. Just kind of enjoy ourselves, enjoy everything around us. I still wish they kept the free... My bad. I meant to try free looking with X, because I think that's what the old keybind was for the Hunter Classic. But I really do miss the free look, because I don't think there's actually a lot of games that really allow you to have that option where you can keep moving in one direction, but you can look all around you in that, and it gives you this feeling of you have a lot of just, like, movement and understanding with things, because, like, I can turn my head in that, but I have to keep adjusting the keyboard and turning to say I'm still walking this direction, whereas the free look was nice where it'll just keep you walking pointed that way, but your head can look around at everything around you. It's a nice little feature to have included into something like a hunting game where you will want to be scanning and watching your surroundings pretty well. I say that as I'm probably ignoring and missing out on so many things. Okay, normally when that pops up, there's supposed to be a track nearby. And it's not just that my eyes are bad, it's that literally there's no icon for a track popping up. This might be one of the times where we may actually book it and run to the bridge to kind of get back to the mainland. When I say mainland, that's actually more... Well, it's not really an island, is it? I thought it was close to, because you had a lot of water all around here, but... I guess it's more just across the river. Yeah, I'm not even hearing any warning calls. I guess maybe we really have kind of cleaned up this area with all the hunting we've been doing, because... There's, what, 3 grizzlies? One definitely there, one there. Yeah, I think it was 3. And I do have us mostly outfitted for grizzlies again. Now, I don't know if I would pick up some of the other reserves quite yet. Again, it feels like the polish kind of drops off with some of them. Like, Medved Taiga is one I actually haven't done that much on. Okay, I thought I heard a bear for a second there. Medved Taiga is a map I haven't actually done that much on, which I may go back to and do a bit more of, but I also do want to keep the channel with some new stuff and keep it fresh, so there's a lot of interesting stuff that keeps going on and changing with it, too. One of the things I felt, or, well, probably might have just been my opinion, but I thought it was easier to keep a wider range of what's on the channel, so then that way, there's not as much resistance to changing it up or getting a different series or trying something else new on the channel, whereas if you kind of sit yourself into covering a single topic just going forward, there might be some resistance about people who just kind of wanted to see you fully focusing on this in particular. That's one of the reasons why Carnivores isn't a larger part of the channel. I keep it to just 3 episodes a week. Well, mostly. There are some special exceptions. I don't want to, A, get burnt out on Carnivores because it can get a little repetitive considering what the gameplay elements are of it. And B, that way there is some variety, so that way if you come in, say, for Carnivores, but then you see a different series you're kind of wondering about, then it's just, oh, I'll switch over. Hey, I like this too. I got 2 things I can watch from you. Because I do have a feeling that, like, watching YouTube has changed a bit where people aren't really coming for the mix of stuff from a person. I think they're coming more for their specific type of video or series of a video. I think that's one of the changes that's kind of come through with everything is... Before, people might kind of go through and watch every video a person does, and there are still some people who do have that, and that community and fanbase going to it. But I feel, like, I think my channel at this stage is one where I can say with some experience that they're coming here for Carnivores. They are coming here on the Mondays, the Wednesdays, and the Fridays. There are some engagement on the other days, but mostly is all focused around the Carnivores, and if it's not Carnivores, there's not too much interest in it so far. So that's where I can kind of say, like, okay, I don't think it's that these other series are, like, they're bad or they're not as good. It's just that people have their interest, and that's what's drawing them most. So it's not something that's going to make me change how I do my channel, because that's one thing that does irk me is when you go chasing the trends. It's just that it's kind of interesting to be able to, like, observe from there and be a bit, like, a part of those observations as well. I guess kind of... I almost want to say it's sort of like the... I was going to say it's kind of like quantum mechanics in a way, where just the fact that something is being observed kind of changes the results from what you're observing. But it's just something that I've noticed that it kind of does seem like the carnivores, well, carnivores is definitely the big thing on the channel right now, so I'll have to, not that I have to change that, it's just I'd like to try to, again, keep some fresh variety, churn a few different things out, and just keep kind of building up and showing off different things for the channel. What that's going to be, I honestly don't know. You guys are going to help guide me with that, or if not, I'll just kind of keep playing, keep kind of plucking at things I have in my games library, and just kind of keep doing series and videos and stuff like that. And I thought I would have something else to be talking about, because maybe we would have heard, but there is nothing replying back or even making warning calls. Though this island here may have something on it. I say that, although truth be told, again, I was really expecting we would have heard a warning call by now. I do love the sound design in the game, too, because you can actually hear, like, the little bit of lapping against the shore, and Call of the Wild is very, very immersive for the maps. It does really pull you right into this wild wilderness feel. And I honestly, if they could figure out a way to kind of, like, make the camera be a little bit more involved with the game, like, instead of hunting, you could be, like, a wildlife photographer, I think that could even pull in a whole new aspect of the game, too, where you could actually, like, get some money depending on how good of a photo you get with certain criteria. Because the game really does have a lot of options there, because you do actually get a camera for some missions. But aside from the missions, there's not super lot. It's in... Oh, hello. Oh, there you are. Not sure... Okay, so we got you there, and you there. Now, do we want to try taking either of you girls? Because you're both basically minor. But you're not exactly, like, high scoring. And, yeah, I don't want to shoot them on the bridge, or, like, from the bridge, because I have a feeling like this meshing is considered an entire object. So if I try shooting through, it's like... If you guys have ever played Team Fortress 2, and there are windows, you can't shoot through the windows. That's sort of what this is probably like. Like, it is interesting just being able to watch the animals a little bit, and that's, again, maybe that should be the next focus, is you can get some things from, like, picture taking, and that'll give you maybe things for, like, better cameras, or better camouflage, things like that to make you have more engagement with the game. Like, capture pictures of a grizzly bear drinking, or... It's just that it feels like there's a lot more that the Hunter series has always could have tapped into, it just never really has. I also think this would be a pretty interesting experience, too. It's just, like, less than 100 meters away from these, and just looking at them from this distance... I mean, I say, ooh, this is pretty cool, but we're probably going to admittedly sneak up and try taking one of them down. We are going to use the longbow, though, with the proper ammo type. I caught on quickly to that mistake. Oh, I thought there was maybe something else I had seen. Maybe it was... Oh, okay, probably just a little bit of pollen in the wind. Like, even that, there's actually, like, pollen effects in the air. It is a gorgeous game. It's, again, just a shame it is a little buggy or glitchy here or there for things. Now, I wonder if I should call them in, or I should just kind of, like, go sneaking up to them. The crossbow, I think, would be a little too easy. Because one of the things... Like, the Hunter is one of those games where you really feel how easy shooting is with a rifle against the animals. Like, if you think Carnivores is easy once you get the sniper rifle, Call of the Wild is even easier because you can steady your breath. So you can get ridiculous shots and take so many things down so easily. It's one of the reasons why I like archery hunting a lot more. It feels a lot more skill and patience involved to really get a good reward and shot off. That said, I'm going to try not to blow this chance. I don't want to call them in. I want to try to get as close as I can. Yes, we'll go a bit slower, try to get up to this tree, because I don't think we're right at them yet. Yeah, we shouldn't be able to be seen, because we are going pretty nice and slow. We are in the prone. I still hear the shore lapping, so I don't quite... I kind of wish there was a way to turn off the symbol being right there. Because that's a little distracting from given what we're trying to get close to. I think they're both probably just on the other side of this tree. But I think the one that we were kind of after more, which is a little further back from shore, is going to be very close to the tree. Oh, well, there's a moose call, so we might actually... Well, it is a female. Again, I try to aim more for the males, because they do give you better rewards, and... It's kind of more... I almost want to say sporting, just because, again, the females are the ones to reproduce and keep the population going more than, say, the males. Okay, yeah, so we got her... There's one right over there. Kind of looking this way, but once we get into cover here, I think we should be okay. Because one of the things that's nice about the hunter is that, unlike carnivores where you have like a modifier that takes away from you to have the camouflage on, the skills are something you have to earn and get, and they'll kind of help improve your hunting. Like, there she is. So then, is the other one further back? Closer in... Oh, yeah, there's the other one. My issue is we're facing forward on her, and I'm always reluctant at taking the front shots. Maybe we'll just watch her for a little bit, see if she'll turn to the side and give us a good shot for the lungs. Because that is always what I aim for more than trying for, like, the heart or the brain or something like that. It's far easier to try getting the lung shots because you have a bigger target. And the heart is usually a lot more difficult to try getting because it's... I think it is, again, right through the shoulder, so you need good penetration on that, and then... Okay, I don't know why she ran off. Like, that kind of surprised me for a moment there, hearing the trotting off, but... She just kind of up and left. I don't think it was actually, like, fleeing or running. Because, I mean, the one that's closer to us is right there, and has no issue. I wonder... See, I don't know if there actually is, like, behavior between the animals, where... Like, say, if it is a female moose calling in that, bears might kind of move along. Because moose are tanks, and they can be angry tanks. Like, the bulls in the heat or rut are extremely dangerous, so you definitely want to keep a wide distance from them. And then if you have a female moose with a calf, it is basically as dangerous as a grizzly is with the cubs. Possibly more so, because I think a female moose was actually faster than a grizzly. And though she doesn't have the claws and the teeth, she's got size and hooves that will crush you into nothing. Yeah, she does not want to move from there. Just kind of keeping in those same animations, huh? Okay. Okay, I do... Oh yeah, just the mating call. Okay, what was that for a hit? See, not very good. Yeah, see, that's definitely poor. No organs hit. So we're probably going to have to finish her off using the rifle? Did she just get across the water already? I feel like that was her getting across the water. I don't know how she managed to, unless she swam right across. Because, yep, she did. That was her. Okay, well, at least we know she's on the island out there. And the wind will be in our favor for trying to get a good shot to just put her down. But that's why I prefer not aiming for, like, front shots on animals, is it gets very hard to actually hit the vitals on them. Oh yeah, you can basically see the straight line right under the bridge. So, can we spot her from here? Doesn't look like that, so she might have run off to a little further on the island. And I don't think she's going to go down from that one shot. I swear, I've got a bit of deja vu. I'm pretty sure that I was hunting another bear on this island. Might have been a while ago, but I feel like it was, again, another... Wait, what? Okay, so that's odd. I came right under the bridge and literally right up through the bridge. I know I saw her going this way. Yeah, see, she's barely lost any, if any, or... Oh. I got a little distracted there. I think she was right up there, so she might actually be going to the next... back the way we came. Oh, really? She's that low of health? There you go. Sorry about that, girl. I, again, was trying to get a much better shot with the first one. I'm surprised she was down to just 0 to 25% health, though. Like, I gotta see where the arrow even, like, went through. Like, is it just that it didn't penetrate well, or just completely missed everything? But here she is. They do get a little stuck on the bridges. That's something the AI has to kind of get a little bit more tweaked at, but... Oh, gee, the first one went a lot lower than I was expecting. Actually, right on the side of her poor head, but the second one was definitely a good one. Okay, at least that's her kind of taken care of, and don't have to worry about that. As for mission log... I don't think there's anything in particular I'm after. Yeah. Like, the missions are little side things. If you need a directions of something to do while you hunt as your kind of like background activity, I'd say to go for them. But I've just always had an issue with missions, because sometimes they can be a little too specific for you. Yeah, well, I guess we'll jog on to the mainland again. Yeah, maybe see about going for one more thing. I'm not looking for this to be a super long episode, because I do think that this might be Call of the Wild. We'll wrap things up for Season 2 here, and then we can always revisit it another time. It is a game, I think, that would really excel with multiplayer and, like, coordinated hunting. So you could basically have somebody who is like the assigned caller in a way. Who, say you spot a herd of deer, okay, I'll stay here, you sneak up over there, and that way when I call them in, you get these nice broad shots at whichever one you feel is the best of them. I feel like that would be a really cool experience to have in a game like that, where it is coordinated hunting and you work together to see how well you do. I do have to admit, it is something, like, being on YouTube, I would be a little hesitant of opening, like, a complete open public thing. Just because the internet and people, you can have a little bit of unpredictability. Unpredictability that might include some cursing, some swearing, some offensive stuff, you never know, but it's always best to try to cover and keep yourself in the clear more than exposing yourself or being left vulnerable. So, again, something in the future I may try setting up somehow to do, but for now, I think this will probably be a good little wrapping point for Call of the Wild. We got to show off quite a few things through the game. We got to show off the wolves, the grizzlies. What else did we do? The bison. I don't think we really went after too many moose, though. And we did actually get to do quite a bit of hunting on Silver Ridge Peaks as well, with, like, the turkeys and the... I didn't get to show off the rams as much as I wanted to. So that might be something to do in the future as well, is actually get proper, like, bighorn ram hunting. But yeah, I think I enjoyed our little bit of our stay in Call of the Wild, and I think a lot of other people might have enjoyed it as well, because there were some comments that, you know, watching you play it again, it did open me up a little more to it, and then try and go back through and do some more hunting. Because it is probably, right now, the best hunting experience that is out there. It includes the most of, like, immersive environments, your hiddenness, like, in the environment using, like, foliage and that. There are some issues here and there with, like, hit detection and... Oh, just a bush. That almost to me looked like the front of a grizzly sticking out for a moment there. There are some problems here or there that could use some tweaking and some polish, but overall, I do think for what we have out on the market right now, Call of the Wild is your best hunting game. I'd probably recommend getting it on sale and holding off on the... Well, hello? You're something we have not actually had a chance to see, have we? No, I actually got a mission for that. Wasn't even really trying. Photograph 2 caribou with unique fur variations. I can try for that, I guess. Oh. I'm actually going to sneak closer. Maybe we can actually get that with the... this little herd we found here. But the caribou or the reindeer are the one thing that I actually haven't hunted yet in Call of the Wild, so... at least I don't think I have. Or have I? No, I don't think so. I think we've stumbled across them, but I don't think we've actually managed to, like, go after and hunt them, so... Just going to crawl towards this tree, see how they're doing, because this is a need zone, and they are all drinking. So I think they probably will stay here for a while, which will give me good opportunity in order to try and get either... I mean, like, a photo beforehand is a little bit of money coming in. I'd probably focus on more which one I want to try taking down with the bow and arrow. Again, I am the archery nut. I will admit that hand in hand every day of the week. There was a really nice rack in there. It was somewhere in the front group. And I don't know if I want to go calling them in, because then the entire herd might start coming, and that poses a problem of body blocking. Because sometimes the animals actually do that. The AI has them so clumped together and so tight. They're so tight together, I don't know why I zoned out for a moment there. I apologize to you guys for, like... Did his brain just suddenly stop or what? No, I was just trying to scan to find, again, which one we were after. And we will go slow, so we're not making too much noise to make this, again, nice, stealthy approach. But they'll actually, like, body block where the females will stick so close to a male that it's almost like you have to watch for the openings between the front end or the back end to actually get to the animal you're looking for. And especially herd animals, it's really noticeable. Okay, I don't really see a good spot to be able to, like, hide once I get even further, or, like, closer to them, so... this might be a little tight for what we go after. It might be, we might see the rack of the one we want, or we might just be, like, shooting in the dark and see what kind of comes out of it. I do feel like the camera is a little lower than it should be, though, because it does look like we are literally phasing through the rocks as we're climbing, or going along. Less that we're actually over them, and more we're going into them. Okay, but the herd's just a little bit further ahead. They're just down this little slope right at the coast. I don't really hear them moving around, so I think they are still pretty content just to stay where they are. Although the tall grass always makes this problematic. Let's see if we can use that one little tree there as a bit of camouflage. I highly doubt it, but the game can be so unique that it may actually register that as cover for us. Let's see if it actually does or not. It's gonna be hilarious if it does. No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit of a lip down, so I have to keep getting closer in to even try. Maybe if we're lucky, we just kind of keep slow. But we can get to one of these bushes, and that will provide us enough coverage to get a really good look up close to them. I can hear movement around. Now imagine if this was something like carnivores, where instead of us coming up to like a herd of reindeer, it's up to something like a stegosaurus herd, or even like a group of gallimimus or something. Those just spring ahead because those are common animals in carnivores, but that's what I feel would be a really, really good hunting game, is taking old mechanics and systems of Call of the Wild, and the variety of dinosaurs and everything from carnivore series and mods, and just mixing the two would be so good. Okay, so it does sound like there are a lot of them still just ahead. Now, does this tree count as cover? Sadly, no. Oh, we are super close now. Like, if we can get into these bushes and they register as cover, I think we'll be able to crouch and just watch them for a while. Well, maybe not too long, but you know. Just going to tap forward a bit. Like, look how close we actually are to the herd. Okay, you're an easy. I think as long as we don't move from here, we should be okay. Yeah, so you're definitely the one we want to go for. Oh, no, not that. I can hear them moving. Where the hell did that go? You all saw that, right? Like, well, how? Like, I don't think that was even, like, water splashing up, was it? Like, what the hell? I might even have to look back at that and ask where the hell did the arrow go? And that's one of my big issues I have with the game is, like, trying to figure out some of the aiming on the weapons. Anything with a crosshair is good, but the bow and arrows are weird ones. It almost feels like they have a starting trajectory arc, and you have to line it up instead of it's just meant to be more of the half arc where it'll go and then drop down. Like, that was bizarre. We will definitely end the video here, though, because I don't know what else to say to that. So, thank you guys for joining me on Call of the Wild. It's been a pleasure to be able to hunt with you guys and kind of guide you around the maps. If you do want to see more, again, always comment. You guys really do have a big say in... Oh. My apologies there. You guys really do have a big say in what content goes up onto the channel and what series I do. So, if you do want to see more, just request it, and it may very well be coming up soon. But, thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any comments, tips, tricks, or an explanation on what the hell that just was with that shot, leave them in the comments down below, and hopefully I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Please remember, as always, survivors, to take care, and stay alive.